Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I am Aaron Loomis. With me today is Jiunn and John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing all right.
So today we are talking about the Rocky Patel Cigar Smoking World Championship Robusto. The cigar is 5-inch by 50 ring gauge, comes out of the Tavicusa factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Mexican San Andres, the binder is from Nicaragua, and the filler is from Honduras and Nicaragua. It is blended by Rocky Patel. Price point is $9.75. And the cigar was released in January of 2020. And we were able to purchase this cigar from Corona Cigar Company. So check them out if you're looking for this cigar. All right, Jiunn, take us through your overall experience with this cigar.
Um, so real quick, do you know why they named it this name? It seems
Yes,
like
I do know that. So there is a Cigar Smoking World Championship, a contest, and Rocky Patel is now the manufacturer of the cigar that they use. They use a particular vitola called the Mariva, I believe. But there's multiple vitolas in this release, so it's named after the competition. But Rocky Patel is now the maker of that, so that's why the cigar is named that.
Gotcha. So like, what is this? Who could smoke it?
The slowest.
The slowest? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
But they use that particular vitola only at that's so. But I'll talk about the other stuff later.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. What did I think of the cigar? I think this is going to be another one of those. This is for sure another one of those rather cigars that, although nothing technically wrong with the cigar, right? So it drew fine, it burned fine. There wasn't anything like foul about the tasting notes that signaled that it was anything that was under fermented or anything or any like uh, no technical flaws basically. But in terms of the actual flavors, I thought that it was a pretty like average tasting experience. Heavy-handed earthiness, a lot of minerals, a lot of cedar, baking spice, and from the onset, there was this bitter char and like a wood bitterness that came through. And as the cigar progressed, I just got more and more of it, and it was just not that pleasant. There's quite a bit of very well respected and good Mexican San Andres out there. And I don't think this is one of them. But I'll smoke it again, but it's not going to be my first choice to go after.
How about you, John? What are your overall thoughts?
Well, I think Jiunn just really summarized all of my thoughts on this cigar. What a disappointing! I didn't even realize it was Mexican San Andreas, but man, what a disappointing San Andreas wrapper. There just wasn't a lot. I mean, there's a little bit of complexity in the first third, but we were talking while I was smoking this, and I guess you could approach the blend a few different ways. It's either a blend for a event or it's a blend that tastes good, and maybe I guess you can't do both, but you'd think you'd want to do both to keep people engaged. The really surprising part about me, like Jiunn was saying, there's no technical faults except for the fact that this seemed to smoke really fast, which is kind of the opposite of what you want for a slow smoking cigar. So like I'm really typically a very slow smoker or extremely slow smoker. I don't know how you classify me, but I could pick up a random Robusto and get 2 hours out of it just off the shelf. This was a bit of a stretch to get to an hour and 30. Like it was honestly dragging out the cigar just to get it to 130. And when I get a Robusto to 2 hours, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just smoking it. So I found the performance to be, and maybe that's how it's designed. Maybe it's counterintuitive to, a long smoking time. I don't know, but I was very surprised that it would smoke that fast given the sort of purpose of the cigar. Aaron, what was your overall thoughts on this Rocky Patel Smoking Championship cigar?
I thought the flavor profile was really basic, really linear, not much in the way of transitions. I couldn't really see somebody sitting down with this cigar to enjoy the flavor profile. I'm not saying there's anything bad about the cigar, but it's so basic that you could find this flavor profile on any number of cigars at a much lower price and have the same experience. I wouldn't smoke this. I don't think I would smoke this again. So yeah, it's not something that I think people would sit down to focus on. I think it's more for the smoking competition. I'll talk about that a little after we get to the scores.
You basic.
So we'll start at the top of the scores with John at 5.85. I was next at 5.55. Jiunn gave it a 5.50, and Seth, who wasn't able to join us for the video, gave it a 5.25. So John, we're all pretty close. So John, how did the 5.85 match up for you?
Slightly above, just very slightly above average flavor profile with a above average construction and burn, and that's how you get a 5.85. But as you and Jiunn both said, technically no faults, but not particularly memorable.
Yeah, my 5.55 matches up well. It was an average flavor profile. Had a little bit of issues with the burn, but the draw was perfect. But overall, I thought it was pretty average. All right, Jiunn, 5.50.
Yeah, so that's average flavor tasting experience within the first, second, last third, with a near perfect burn and draw performance. So, it is right dab in that average for me.
Yep. All right, so I want to talk about this cigar, the focus of the cigar, and all that kind of stuff.
Here we go.
So I understand making a cigar for a smoking competition. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I don't think that you need to put anything into the flavor of that cigar because that's not what the competition is about at all. It's completely just for the sake of dragging it out as long as you can. It doesn't matter what it tastes like, I don't think. But that being said, I would say that there wasn't much put into the flavor profile of the cigar. I don't understand why you make a bunch of vitolas of this cigar. Just make one vitola that you're going to use for the competition. Don't make this an actual line where you think people are going to go out and buy these and smoke them on a regular basis. I don't even see that this is a possibility for this line. So those are my thoughts.
I mean, if you had a cigar for a slow smoking competition and you're intended to smoke the cigar for like 3 hours, I would really hope that you would put some effort into the profile because, man, if I have to smoke a cigar for 3 hours or as long as possible, and the flavor profile is boring, and I wouldn't say this is boring; it's just average. But just talking generalities, if the profile is boring, man, that's going to be the longest 3 hours of your life. Like, at least make it interesting and engaging. And I don't know, maybe that's too much to ask.
I get that. I do get that, but also like in the competition aspect of things, you want the most consistent burning cigar that you can get. I would think that you are more focused on technical build of this cigar, like tobaccos that don't fluctuate much in humidity, that burn perfectly in unison. There's no like that you can easily replicate that. That's how I would think that the focus would be on how to make this cigar.
I guess this cigar kind of settles the argument about whether if you follow the technical guidelines for making a technically good cigar, whether it's a good tasting cigar. And I think resoundingly the answer here is no.
That's correct.
So I think I agree with you guys. But if you're going to do something for a smoking competition, make it flawless in burn and draw construction. Burn and draw performance, right? And which within the four of us, none of us got.
Right.
And this is a good showing of our burn and draw grades because we're essentially representing 3 different climates of when we smoke this around the same time, right?
Yep.
So halfway, I'll listen to that, okay? So or do the opposite. Make it incredibly difficult to burn and really hard to draw and see how people could smoke, how long people could smoke, and make it fun in that sense, I guess.
Before they just get angry and pitch it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be like, oh, you clocked it the longest at, 2 minutes.
Yep. So Seth, thoughts on this Rocky Patel Cigar Smoking World Championship cigar? Just maybe even just on the concept of the cigar itself.
I mean, what are we doing, man? Like, what are we? What the hell's the? First of all, I've never paid attention. I don't even know what this smoking world.
It's a slow smoking competition. You get to light the cigar, and the last person that's smoking it wins.
And this is the cigar that you have to smoke.
Well, they don't not this Vitola. There's the Mariva Vitola, which is a thinner ring gauge cigar. They use but they've created a whole line out of this with multiple Vitolas, and Rocky Patel is now the manufacturer of this cigar for the competition.
I doubt that's even going to make it that big of a difference. from a 42 to 50. I don't know. Terrible. I don't know. It's an awful cigar.
All right. Glad we were able to get you to chime in at the end.
Probably said the same thing you guys did.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically.
I said something harsh though. It was like something to do against Rocky.
Did you?
Oh, I basically said
you
found
said
to be
that
a
it was
classic Rocky Patel.
classic Rocky Patel offering. Yeah. Oh,
Not much.
there you go. All right. If you just catch this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. But check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.